Welcome back to House of Blurs podcast, episode 10. We are your hosts. This is Nicole.
And Armani here.
Welcome back after a little break. We had about a week or two off. Actually, like 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks off. Just had to get some stuff sorted out, work out some kinks and some bugs, but we're back with episode 10. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. Hopefully maybe you took that time to go back and get familiar with episodes and,
check out some of the shows we watched.
Yes. That was a good time to catch up on stuff, especially for There Will Be Spoilers episodes. Oh man, there's so much shit on TV right now. It is the fall TV watching is back. That's really all you can say about it. So, playing catch up right now is no joke on things.
Trying to start back on Grey's.
Oh man, so let's run down everything that's on that we're attempting to watch right now. So for me personally, Law & Order SVU, Grey's Anatomy, American Horror Story, The Mayans, The Gifted, Million Little Things. That's pretty much what I've committed to right now. I missed the first 2 episodes of The Walking Dead, so that I have to play catch up on. Haven't watched How to Get Away with Murder, although that came back as well. That's where I'm at right now. What are you watching or attempting to watch?
The only thing, I feel like we've been watching the same things. I'm watching American Horror Story. Trying to get back on Grey's. The Mayans. Other than that, I've just been rewatching shows.
What are you rewatching?
I just rewatched Shameless.
And it's the final season of Shameless?
Yep. I don't think that it should be at this point. They haven't announced that it's going to be the final season, but at this point, Fiona's leaving, Ian's leaving, so it should be the final season, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming it probably will be. I mean, you can't lose 2 main characters, like 2 kids, and like keep a show going, so I don't see how they would do that. Especially 2 of the main ones at that.
Yeah. It's like you can't have, they're gonna write off the whole family at this point. You're gonna start anew. Honestly, that could be a good idea for them to do. Do a whole, a different family, different place and setting. But I doubt that's gonna happen.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a number of jacked up, crazy families out there like that. They have no shortage of content or possibilities there. So, yeah, I guess that's something that could be a possibility. That's for sure.
Yeah,
so,
he's smart at this point.
Did you watch The Gifted at all?
The Gifted, that's the X-Men one, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so definitely a good show, worth watching. It's really good. I like it a lot. Binge watched season 1 to get caught up for season 2, and it's really good. I like it. I like what Fox did with it. I'm not a huge fan of Fox shows, so I was pleasantly surprised that I did like it, and it grabbed me from the start.
So they finally got one of the Marvel shows right?
Yeah, finally. Speaking of getting Marvel shows right, let's talk about what's being canceled. So,
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist is gone. Thank goodness, because it's not like we really asked for that in the first place. And The Defender season 3 was also pulled. So I feel like this kind of goes back to episode 9's conversation of Disney's going to be doing their own streaming service. So are they about to do, are they going to pull their shows off of Netflix? And it's is that part of the reason why these shows are not getting renewed? Because Disney's pulling their stuff.
Yeah, it's are they going to pick it up? Does Disney plan on picking these shows up? Or is this just the last we see of the Defenders?
I hope it's not the last we see of at least Luke Cage and crew. I would like this to not be the last we see of, oh gosh, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Misty Knight and crew. I would like this to not be the last we see of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a very real chance. I mean, Iron Fist,
I had no desire to really sit there and watch it.
No.
Iron Fist is one of those like stories, like the generic, like rich kid goes missing, gets kidnapped, comes back with superpowers.
Oh, you mean like Green Arrow?
Yeah, or Iron Man.
Yeah, it wasn't done in a way that really just captivated you, so that one I don't think will come back at all. And I won't be really sad if it doesn't. Oh, excuse me, I yawned. Maybe I should have got some caffeine before I started this. This would have been a good time to get some like Earl Grey or something.
At this point, I think I have overseeded my body's like capacity for caffeine, like for it to like actually take. Cause now, what did I have the other day? I had to drink. It was like a dark coffee with like 3 shots of espresso for me to feel that caffeine feeling. So I got to go on hiatus for coffee for a little bit.
I don't think I've ever had that problem, really. You have to fluctuate your caffeine sources. Like, you can't just constantly drink black coffee and expect to get caffeinated. Like, you gotta throw in like a Monster here or an Earl Grey there. Like, you gotta rotate your caffeine sources. So, nothing like wears out. That's probably what you gotta do. That's what I do anyway.
I think I'm about to start to go back to drinking tea. For a little bit. Get back on that Earl Grey movement.
Yes. Because that's probably the best source. That's my favorite source of caffeine. But, yeah. It's totally off topic. Shit getting canceled. Get some caffeine in your system. That's always a good thing. Other big things going on. Let's see, what else is going on in TV right now? I think that's really about it. Like, we're watching there. Obviously, you can check out the There Will Be Spoilers episodes for our deep dives into TV shows. There's a couple documentaries on Netflix I've been wanting to check out as well. So, probably gonna bop around on those and then see if it'll be worth discussing later.
Yeah, that serial killer one, the I'm a Killer, that one was pretty good. I watched all those.
Is it the one where they did the interviews with the dudes in jail?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I started watching those and it was just like, I'm waiting for Making a Murderer season 2 to come back. I've been getting my fill of Serial Podcast. The Serial Podcast season 3 is back. Great podcast to listen to if you like things like that. The first 2 seasons are really good. And season 3 season 3 will have you angry. Not like we don't already know the justice system is fucked up, but season 3 of Serial, man, it's just like really hearing the things that go on inside of a courtroom and courthouses is just bananas. And it's a great listen, but you will probably be like angry.
I've been trying to get into that one. What was season 2 of Making a Murderer? Is it going to be like a continuation of the story? Or just a different?
Assuming so. Yeah, no, it's going to be a continuation of what's going on because his nephew, spoiler alert, if you've never watched Making a Murderer season 1, even if you haven't, I'm pretty sure you should know everything it's about at this point. But after the documentary aired, they were trying to get his nephew like a retrial because it was clear that kid got shafted. Like, that kid should not be in jail. He clearly, oh my god, that's the one thing that pissed me off about that documentary. Like, just watching it is how this kid got fucking railroaded. He clearly was not capable of having these conversations and talking to police, and yet they did it anyway. And he was so guided and coerced into these answers, and it's so fucked up because this kid's life is gone. Like, he was slow. He is slow. So, you weren't already gonna have he was like, what, 12 or 13, 14?
Yeah, he was like 13, 14.
When he went in. So I was like, that's crazy. Like, you send a 14-year-old mentally handicapped person into a prison system. That's just craziness. And I don't understand how anybody watching that with a law degree could watch that and like not see everything wrong with that whole situation, and how that's just been allowed to go on. But
Didn't he recently get denied a retrial though?
yeah, he did. He got denied. He got denied, which is just so fucking crazy. Because yeah, that's absurd. But anyway, so season 2 comes out later on October on Netflix. What else is
What's coming back?
they're just kind of on a Netflix wave though. Blade is on Netflix. Blackula.
Blackula?
Is it Blackula? No, it was oh no. Gosh, Black Dynamite.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that, and they've been updating their Halloween watch list.
Halloween movies are back. It's Halloween time.
Spooky season. That's probably the best part of Halloween, or like October is when they have the horror marathons.
Yes.
And everyone wants to put their scary movies back on the streaming platforms.
And I am here for it. To watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Not too long ago. It's still worth watching. Thank you, Hulu. for Killer Clowns from Outer Space again. Yeah, that's one of them just throwbacks. Just never gets old. At least not for me anyway. Siblings watching, they was not feeling it. They're like, what the fuck is this?
I remember they were
coming up.
The Halloween movie?
Yeah, the new one with Jamie Lee Curtis. She's been in most of them. Yes, the new one is coming up shortly. So that will be interesting to see what they do with that. It's supposed to... So, Jamie Lee Curtis did an interview on The View, and she was talking about it, and she was saying how, like, this one, they wanted to focus on the generational trauma of this story. So it's focusing on her and her daughter. She no longer has a son, so Josh Hartnett never existed.
Yeah, so I was like, where'd her son go?
Exactly. So
wasn't this a reboot though? Like,
yes.
It's a reboot within itself.
Yes, because it goes from the first Halloween to this. Like, everything in between they just said just doesn't exist. So, yeah.
Redact all that.
Basically. This is actually number 2, basically. In their minds, this is number 2. So that's what they're doing with this. So it's going to focus on that trauma that she endured and generational trauma. I mean, those are real topics that, especially in this day and age, should probably be talked about. So it's interesting to see how they do this movie. And if we're going to kill
Michael Myers.
Again. And then will he stay dead? Probably not. Of course not. Because we're going to keep paying to go see these fucking movies. So he'll never really die. I just want a really good, dark Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. That's what I want. Like, give me Nightmare on Elm Street, super dark. You would at this point, if you redo Nightmare on Elm Street, like, you have to show pre-Freddy killing children, or else just don't do it.
Yeah, like I liked the remake that they made, but it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm kind of tired of the remakes at this point. And that could partly be because of the fact that they're not too well done. Like, with the exception of when Rob Zombie redid Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like those reboots, but it was like, everything else has been really campy and not in a good way.
Yeah, because there is good campy. we have good campy movies that we like.
Like Scream 4.
Scream
4 was good.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Sleepaway Camp. Yeah.
Those are good campy movies that we love for Halloween time. Yeah. Speaking of which, and they're redoing Child's Play as well.
And they're redoing Pet Sematary.
Okay, before we get to Pet Sematary, hold on, pause there. Back to Child's Play just for a quick second. So, the guy who did the previous Child's Play movies, I think he was like the director or writer or something like that, totally put out this tweet, like throwing mad shade. Somebody posted like a picture of the poster and was like, and added him in it. It was like, hey, so what do you think about this? And his reply was that Mariah Carey meme talking about I don't know her. was like, sometimes, people are just the petty levels on the internet are amazing sometimes. And that was just one of those moments where it was great. So I laughed so fucking hard at that. But
it's like, I get it. Like, I don't understand how they're trying to reboot a series that's not finished.
Exactly. Like, I liked Curse of Chucky.
Yeah, I like.
It was possible.
Yeah, like, it was dark, and then, like, the Cult of Chucky was more, like, humorous.
Chucky. That one, yeah.
But it's like, Chucky's one of those characters where it's like, you can have that comedic relief in the horror movie, and it's still like, okay, yeah, this is a good movie.
Yeah, the only one I didn't like was Seed of Chucky. That's the only one I thought was like, can we can just act like that never happened. But I feel like Curse of Chucky is getting back around to, or Cult of Chucky is getting back around to where the hell are the kids from Seed of Chucky? Like, we have to make that roundabout at some point. Just hopefully it's better than the movie, the original Seed of Chucky was done. But I feel like we need that question answered. Like, where are them kids? So.
Yeah, because it was like at the end of that movie, those kids got, like, they got into their human bodies. When Tiffany got in her human body, and they were just in that, because she was running an orphanage. So it was like, that made sense into how she got a hold of the main chick from the Curse of Chucky, Mika, her niece. So it's like, that made sense. But it's like, yeah, how are you gonna reboot a series that still has, like, sequels coming out?
Oh man, that's just crazy that, like, someone can do that. Like, I'm gonna take. I just want X-Men's not been done properly. I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna do it my damn self. That's what I'm gonna do.
Like, I thought about that. I thought about that, honestly. Like, I was like, let me remake one of these movies. Just myself. Let's just see how this goes.
Hey, these fan-made movies on YouTube. It's a thing.
Worst case scenario, I get sued. But, for the culture.
Scenario, you get a job. You get hired by Marvel. So, hey, that's the scale. Not a bad scale to be on, I guess. But, okay, so that's TV. Movies. Honestly, I haven't been to the movies. I've just been too damn busy. I have not had a chance to get to the movies. I haven't seen Venom, although I haven't heard anything good about it. I've seen a couple people say they liked it.
I've heard nothing but good things about Venom.
Really?
Yeah. People are like, it's not... I would say the people that like Venom are the people that don't read the comics. And, it's just not... It's kind of like Death Note. It's like Death Note. Death Note was a good movie if you didn't watch the anime. And you had no prior knowledge of the anime. But if you did, you would just like, what is this garbage that you have in front of me?
Yeah, I guess that's a fair assessment. And I could understand that. I'm probably just going to go ahead and Google the end credits already. And see because I was told there are end credits. Because somebody was like, that's like the best thing. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna Google that then. I just want to know what that is. So.
But does it tie into the MCU? End credits for what?
Yeah, exactly. If there's end credits, that means y'all plan on making another one of these fucking things. And you're not about to give us another Venom without Spider-Man, so it has to be. Like, there has to be.
Like, yeah, but it's like, didn't they say it wasn't going to tie into the current MCU? Like,
yeah, they'd be lying though. The entire Civil War trailer was a lie. Not Civil War.
You're right.
Infinity War. That whole trailer was a lie. Can't believe nothing that comes out of Marvel's mouth. They purposely are set up to deceive us. So I don't believe none of they say. So have you seen the trailer for that little, no, it's not even a trailer, little teaser trailer for Aladdin?
No, I haven't. But I did hear that Will Smith was going to be playing the genie. Yeah,
that was announced like a few months back. That's been out there for a minute. But there's a little teaser trailer for Aladdin that shows like the sand entering the Cave of Wonders. I'm going to go on record with saying that I think Aladdin's probably going to be the best Disney live action movie that's being done.
Because it's the only one with real people. Like,
Beauty and the Beast had real people. And that's my favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. So, I did enjoy the movie just because the music was so on point, and so were the dance scenes. Like Gaston's dance scene was probably better than the Gaston scene in the original cartoon. But anyway, yeah, you're right. It is. But you know what? Mulan, Pocahontas. I don't even know if we're doing a Pocahontas, but
I don't want them to do a Pocahontas. I leave Pocahontas where she is. She's fine. Like, just, we don't need to touch on Pocahontas. I don't want to see the social media posts about Pocahontas. I don't know. It's fine. Leave Pocahontas alone.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of which, so, oh man, social media can be such a toxic place. And this is where we're going to insert why it's so important for self-care, time away from social media, why you need to get your kids unplugged from the internet and the interwebs, because it's so toxic. There are so many, like, even Twitter, which I love Black Twitter, and I have found so many amazing people and things in Black Twitter, but at the same time, even there, you start to find, the mean girl section of Twitter within Black Twitter, and the just still kind of toxic things on the internet. And it's just like, Jesus, let people enjoy things. Like, just, if you don't like something, now I say this, and we've talked about shows and things that we don't like, but for the most part, when we critique things and we talk about them, we find the things that we did like and kind of go from, like, those are the things we talk about. If we didn't like it, then it's just like, okay, cool, I wasn't feeling it, I'm not gonna watch it again. And that's it. I'm not gonna say fucking burn everybody who had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Or, like, tear apart every, like, single thing. Like, someone wrote that. Someone spent time writing these scripts, and people put time and money and effort into directing them. And, right, there are things that should not be made, like the movie Tire.
Rubber?
Rubber. Yeah, Rubber. That movie, whoever greenlit that, I need to know so I can submit them a script. We just throwing money around. Like, but I fucking watched it. So it's just, but I heard a conversation about something that came on, and it's just like, I guess people kind of pick things apart in different ways, but sometimes it just seems so just overtly negative for no reason. It's like
they wanted something negative to say.
Yes. And it's crazy, and it's just sad, and it's fucking annoying is really what it is. And it's just made me really just kind of pull back.
Step back.
Yeah. Like, on social media some, cause it's like, every time I get on there, it's just negativity. Like, damn, you ain't got nothing nice to say about nothing? That's the thing that kills me. Like, just tearing apart everything. Like, everything. And it's crazy because people who say they're fans of things, and it's perfectly fine to be critical of things that you're fans of because you want it to be great and you think it could be better, or sometimes there are people who create things and they don't necessarily read the room that is going to be watching this or reading this or taking this in, and they make some shit and you're like, hey, there's a way to check somebody
without just being overtly just rude and unhelpful.
Fuck. Yeah, like
there's helpful criticism.
Exactly. And then there's not. So I've just seen so much of that out there, and it's fucking mind blowing. I don't even remember where I was going with this. What the fuck were we talking about?
Dang.
We went from Venom.
We were talking about Venom. Oh, we were talking about Aladdin.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And Disney movies that are going to be trash when they make them into live action. So, and what they should not make into live action.
Yeah.
Don't touch Pocahontas. Leave it alone. Because, okay, no, that's where that was going. Pocahontas. Do you know the terrible, because the cartoon was great. Everyone loved the cartoon Pocahontas. Like, the Pocahontas cartoon was good. It was fine. Like, it's okay. We know the story is told hella wrong. Like, I feel like right now, if that movie was to come out, like,
it'd be a mess. That's exactly why I said they gotta keep it. They gotta keep it. Like, I don't even, that's why there's been no mention of Pocahontas. Like, there's been no fan made, like, cause you have to make it politically correct at this point.
yes. Yeah. And truthfully, I mean, at this point, if you're gonna do it, you might as well tell the real story, but that's not even a Disney movie anymore. Like, that's gonna be a rated R documentary. Like, do we need to see that on screen? Like, do we need to really see these people came over here, fucking lied to these people, made off with their daughter, massacred everyone while they were gone. She dies overseas of smallpox. Do we need to see that? Does anybody want to see that story?
I'm good with my little fake Pocahontas. Like, I'll keep that.
Yeah, so it's just like, but please, they just don't need to do Pocahontas. But Mulan, I think Disney just needs to stick to their guns. Just redo their shit as it was originally done. Like, don't come out here feeling the need to necessarily be politically correct and start changing shit, because all you're doing is changing it for the worse. Like, all these liberties that are being made with Mulan, I feel like are just gonna make it terrible. So.
Yeah, it's like they're completely remaking the story.
Yeah.
It's not Mulan at this point.
Yeah, literally, like, this is a story that's been around for hundreds of years. We don't need you to retell it some other way. Like, it is what it is. Like, tell the story as it was originally, told by the people who created the story, which were, Japanese people. Mulan was Japanese, right?
Chinese, I think.
Okay.
Chinese.
Okay, yeah. The way that they created that story, tell that story. Don't try to rewrite shit now. Like, or don't do it at all, but.
I feel like that's gonna be a problem with a bunch of, there weren't a bunch of them, but, the Disney movies with minorities as the main character, I feel like Disney's just gonna stop touching on those. Like, at least with the live actions.
You know what, and this is another thing, which is, we've got to the point where we have become so critical of things that, on one hand, we're critical because we want people to do better. Like, if you're gonna tell our stories, then one, let us tell them. Like, let them be told by people of color. Stop having, white people write black stories. Because you're not, like, you don't live that. You don't know that. So stop doing that. And you know what? I'm about to backtrack what I was about to say. And that's what I'm going to put the period at. That's just what needs to happen. Stop letting non-people of color tell people of color stories. That's what needs to happen. If we're going to do it, then find some Native American writers, find some, Chinese writers, Chinese actors, directors, let them tell those stories. Let them create those stories. That's what needs to happen. You can find some lions to tell Lion King. But no, really, like, that's just what needs to happen. We need to stop telling these old school white supremacist stories. Like, just need to stop being remade and redone, and they just need to be told and done by the people who lived them, the people whose ancestors lived them, and were handed down the proper stories. So, yeah. But anyway, I think Aladdin's gonna be good. My concern is how Jasmine's I didn't care how Jasmine was portrayed when I was 10. I didn't care that she was running around, with her belly out, talking to a tiger in the garden, trying to run with this boy. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it,
she was not a good influence.
No, she wasn't. This might be the reason why I snuck out. I'm gonna blame Princess Jasmine. Oh my
Blame
god.
all the Disney princesses.
Hold up. No, Jasmine might have been the worst. Like, she was sneaking out of windows, sneaking out when she wasn't supposed to be somewhere. She was told to have her ass in the house. And she out sneaking out with some strange boy she don't know, getting on his carpet, aka in his car. Oh my god.
I mean, I don't think anybody beats Ariel though. Like, she gave up her whole life for a man that she didn't meet, like that she didn't even talk to. So
she was so naive. Like, she just, oh my gosh, poor Ariel. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to realize some things now. All these bitches problematic. None of these stories retold. Cancel the whole goddamn thing.
we about to boycott Disney.
Yeah. Throw all the VHSs away. Like, shit you haven't already.
Princess and the Frog was the only positive role model. Tiana was out here with a job, trying to own her own business.
Yes.
Didn't even want a man. She was chilling.
Independent.
Living her best life.
For real. That's crazy. The black woman was the... Oh, man. Somebody at Disney knows what they're doing. Her and Moana.
And Mulan.
True.
All the minorities were the only ones out here actually trying to get stuff done.
Okay, let's really think about that. You got Tiana, Moana, Mulan, the Frozen sisters.
Yeah, okay, I'll take Elsa. Elsa was alright. Her sister was a little stupid, but...
I mean, she just wants somebody to build a snowman with her. She doesn't. I totally can understand that. She just wants to play with her sister. I can appreciate that. Yeah, but you know what? I mean, that's just telling of that time. Well, no, because Mulan.
And maybe Belle. Belle, maybe.
And Belle. Yeah, she wanted to read books. She ended up in that situation. I mean, that's Stockholm syndrome there, though. I mean, she was kidnapped and held hostage and then fell in love with her hostage taker. So that's also kind of problematic, but it is what it is. Alright, we're gonna get off this topic.
Other movies coming out.
Yeah.
Did you watch, so you didn't see the Pet Sematary trailer?
There's a trailer? Is it a full-on trailer for it?
It's like a little teaser.
Okay, I'll check it out. But no, I haven't. The reason why I haven't done anything with my life, these last, 3 weeks of game releases have been absurd. So obviously Black Ops, we're still in Black Ops. That's still going on. So we got Black Ops 4 came out. We just had, Assassin's Creed and Tomb Raider. I feel like I haven't had a moment to breathe. Preparing for the holidays.
Mm-hmm. You got Black Friday. Is that your next big event, basically?
No, Red Dead. Red Dead on the 6th. Yeah, we got Red Dead Redemption, which is what the fuck I am waiting. I'm waiting for Red Dead and Fallout. That is what I'm waiting for. Hopefully I will get to play some Fallout this week. Fallout 76. Yep.
With the beta?
No, pre-beta stuff. So.
Oh.
Yeah. About to become a Bethesda insider. Take that into existence.
So have you gotten to check out much of Black Ops? I heard you guys are playing it.
Yeah, we played zombies, and then I realized, so your brother had me playing Team Deathmatch, and it was just 1v1, first off. And I'm sitting here, and I didn't realize he put it up. First off, I was drinking, so he tricked me. So he puts it, he starts up the game, and I didn't realize it was 1v1. And I'm like, first off, where are all the other people on this map? I'm running around, I can't find I can't find anybody. And then I'm wondering how the fuck I got one kill, and then I started dying mad times. What are we playing? He's like, Team Deathmatch. So I was like, where the fuck is everybody at? Like, how come I can't, but I keep getting shot in my back. So I'm gonna find out it was only the two of us on the goddamn map.
How you playing team deathmatch with no team?
Huh?
I said, how you play team deathmatch with no team?
Basically. And literally, like, he just was screen peeking and kept shooting me. I was like, don't play games inebriated with your kids, because they will just take advantage of you. So, but even so, like, just playing it, I was like, okay, now I remember why I only play zombies. Like, or I suck at team, like, I'm only good at capture the flag. And, like those, I suck at team deathmatch, I suck at free for all.
So like the domination and,
yeah. Like, those are most peaceful. Like, when the goal is not necessarily to kill people, but like, there's some other goal, and killing people is just a benefit on the side, and that's not how your wins are measured, then I'm good. But it just also just reminded me why I prefer zombies. Like, that's my thing. And man, I've seen that people have had customers who've returned copies of Black Ops or traded them in. And it's because they're not telling them there is no storyline on this goddamn game. And that it's completely online. So you can't be selling this to people without telling them, okay, one, if you don't have internet, you can't play it. Because I literally had a guy come into my store and he started to buy it. And I forget what even prompted the conversation. Oh, because I asked him if he was going to play Red Dead. Because I was like, if you're playing Black Ops, you plan on playing Red Dead because you want to make sure you got a terabyte of space or an external hard. Like, we were getting into that conversation. He's like, nah, I don't even play none of that stuff online. All I do is play the campaign. I was like, oh, there's no campaign on this. He's like, wait, what? Like, yeah, there's no campaign mode. It's all online. It's all zombies and multiplayer is just all online. And he was like, oh, I don't even want it then. He's like, I don't do any of that. I was like, oh, you're like the one person who says that. Couldn't have had a handful of people say that and like, bum, there's no storyline, but obviously Activision knows that's not the mass majority of their fans, or else they would have kept a story mode. But
yeah, I would say, so then I don't understand why they didn't just do it kind of like how Fortnite is just online. Like, it's like, there's no physical copy of Fortnite because the whole game is online.
I mean, you still have all your maps, like, as far as I guess they could have put that all online. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the server size has something, or, that's a question that's beyond my level of knowing shit about how those things work.
Oh, true, you're right.
I'm pretty sure there is a reason for it. I would not be playing it if, I'm a physical disc person still. Like, I don't want shit that's just, obviously tides are changing. And a lot of people are switching to buying their stuff digitally, which is cool, but I'm still among the mindset of, what if you don't like it? You pay $54.90, because this happened with Assassin's Creed. I had somebody bring that shit back the next day, because they didn't like it. And they're like, nah, I'm not feeling this at all.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And they have like the collector's edition.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So you done pay $70 for a game to turn around and not like it. And it's like, okay, now you do that digitally, you stuck with that. Like, that $7 is legitimately gone. At least you pay $7 for something you don't like it. I mean, maybe you can get 25 out of it or 30. But it's like, dang, you're not getting nothing off that. So I'm not totally sold. My commitment level ain't like that. Like, I'm that committed to something.
To a video game.
Yeah, no. And you never know when I might need that $5. That's going towards a pre-order or something else.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can't resell back digital copies.
Nope. Now, if somehow Microsoft and Xbox figure out a way to where you can turn in digital content, to where they're able to take that code off your system so you no longer have access to it, and you can put it towards something else, that'd be dope. Then I'd be all into that. Because I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah, but can't they refund games?
They can refund games. I'm not even talking about refund. Like, I don't want a refund necessarily, but let's say I buy the digital copy of Tomb Raider and I hate it. Okay, well, can I exchange this for Call of Duty? Or can you credit me back like $30 to my Microsoft account and let me get something else? That okay. I mean, that would be a refund, but your refund will not be in cash or how you originally paid. It'll just be an Xbox currency or PlayStation currency. Like that should be an option. I mean, if they can ban people from games and shit, they can refund. I've gotten stuff refunded before.
Yeah, see, I think you've done it a couple times.
Yeah, when I've left my card in the system and your brothers have bought something. Yeah, I've gotten that refunded. So, yeah, and they took the shit off. They take it off your system. They take it off your account, so you don't have access to it. So, I mean, that's something that maybe people should start telling the game systems they should do. Yeah, it's a really good idea. Like, if you can watch it digitally, you shouldn't be tied into it, because, yeah, there's mad shit you just not playing no more.
Yeah, that's a good point, too. Like, after you beat a game, like, it's not like you can, like, share your code with somebody. So, that point, you just stuck.
Exactly. But, okay, so, anyway, yeah, Black Ops so far, zombie map, they had some of the old throwback maps on there, like the President's office map from the original Black Ops.
Mm-hmm. Do you get to play as the presidents again?
No. You play as these new people, but just the map is the same.
Oh, okay.
Or, no, it's not the same. They added other shit to it, because, like, there's new kind of, I don't remember if the objective in that one was to turn the power, was that one to turn the power on originally? It was. I'm getting a head nod from someone who's supposed to be asleep. So, yeah, but they've, like, added to them to where they're, like, bigger, and these zombies are, like, bananas. I do like the Titanic map. That's pretty dope. If you play through it a couple times, you'll figure out So, I realized that I have never paid attention to the fact that these maps have objectives on them that you're supposed to be trying to unlock. I just go around shooting zombies. And that's, anytime I've ever played with people, like, literally, it was just like, let's just see how long we can survive type shit. It was never, we need to be unlocking
doors.
I mean, we unlock the doors, but it's not like with an objective to actually finish a zombies map. Like, that's never been in my mind.
Yeah, I always thought it was just like a see how long you last type game. I didn't realize that till, the last Black Ops, I think? Where they had you running around. Yeah, they had you, like, running around, it's like a city area. And it's like you had to turn into this monster to be able to hit these levers. And I was just like, I just want to kill zombies. I'm not here for all that.
Basically, so. Yeah, there's that. That's pretty dope. I do like the little maps up in the corners to where you can see, like, your little, when you call like a UAV and you can see where everybody is on the map. Mm-hmm. That's definitely fucking better. That's way better. What? You have something to add? We got somebody over here riding shotgun with me that's kind of like mumbling stuff in the background. And like made a face when I just said that. But doesn't want to like speak up. But so, I mean, there's a definite improvement. It's obviously worth playing and adding to your collection. If you're a legitimate Black Ops fan, you got it. And you're gonna play it. And you're gonna enjoy it. So. But yeah. I have Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I have not played it yet though. Have Forza. Have not touched it yet. Forza Horizon 4. I think I might play that. I'm gonna play some of that. I have, however, been playing We Happy Few. Man.
Yeah, you're almost done with it now.
I am almost done with it.
Putting those hours.
I have not grinded out in a game like this in a little bit. And yeah, the game is played out in 3 chapters. You play as 3 different characters. The first one, you're just like, okay, I'm getting the gist of this, and you're going through it, and, learning how everything works, and you're doing it, and it's this futuristic, how do they explain it? It's post-war futuristic like Europe, but it's like dark as hell because like there's this really dark story behind everything. And thank you. I was just handed the box. What was it? Yeah, where did I read that at? Oh, a retro futuristic 1960s England is what it is. Where like all these people are taking this joy pill so that they can forget this horrific things that have happened. And as you play through the first chapter, you start to uncover these horrific things that have happened and why people want to forget them. Chapter 2 is a little easier, and you're like, okay, this is easy. Kind of sail through chapter 2, and then chapter 3 hits you, and you're just like, fuck, I hate this game. Why am I playing? And it was almost like to one point where I was like, this isn't even, it's so hard, it's not enjoyable. Like, there's games that should, like, difficult, so they should be difficult. But not difficult to the point where you're not enjoying it. Or maybe I'm just a masochist because I was, like, not enjoying it, but I'm like, I'm gonna get through this.
That's the thing. That's how they get you. It's like, you fail so many times, like, nah, I'm gonna get this down. And then I'm never gonna touch this game again, but I'm gonna get this.
And there's supposed to be a Compulsion Studios is who did this game. There's supposed to be an update coming to where there's a sandbox mode. I'm like, a sandbox mode? What the fuck's gonna be in a sandbox mode? Like, who wants to play this in a sandbox mode? So
the storyline is good.
Yeah, storyline's definitely good. It's dark. It's under the horror genre. It's not really a kid's game. It's just like Hello Neighbor was not a kid's game. It's not a kid's game. Don't let the cartoonery graphics animation, which it's a beautiful game though. I love the animation in it for sure. Don't let that fool you because it ain't for kids.
Yeah, it does have that like that childish, or not childish, but like that younger kid style look to it.
I did just have to check this. It is definitely, it's rated in for mature for a reason, because first off, they say the F word, they say fuck more than I say fuck, and I say it a lot. It's so British. Hey, Gearbox. It was published by Gearbox, which is actually in Frisco, Texas. English, British, I'm pretty sure there's a difference. Please don't at me. But it is so, like, it's so just on point. Like, they curse so much. I just love it. It just makes me want to go to England even more, though. I mean, as bad as, like, and as dark as the storyline is, it just really makes me want to travel overseas. Because, yeah.
The British accent.
The British accents. Or English accents, because England, whatever. The accents, the way that they curse, it's just great. I love it. Yeah. And then, like, the third chapter you play this dude, Ollie, who, one of the things with him is his blood sugar drops. So you have to make sure you give him his glucose.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you don't and his blood sugar drops so low for so long, one of the side effects is he just, like, randomly, like, curses and yells at people. So and it makes him chase you. So, yeah. It's so great. It's a good game. Yeah. Still working on Spider-Man. I have not finished. I'm going to finish this week. That is the plan because...
Oh, so it made you put down Spider-Man. That's how good of a game it was.
That, and I was on a borrowed time period with it. Like, I have a limited time with this game, so, like, I wanted to finish it. Yeah, limited, in quotation marks, time with it. So I wanted to finish it. But I think I'll end up keeping it long term. Just because I want to see what the sandbox mode's going to be. And I want to go back and refinish. Like, I want 100% chapter 1. I didn't 100% chapter 1. I 100% chapter 2. I'm not going to 100% chapter 3 because right now it just makes me feel like I just want to get to the main storyline and be done with it. But We Happy Few, Compulsion Games. Check it out. Pretty sure you could probably buy it pre-owned at your nearest GameStop. It's worth it. Check it out. And I say buy it pre-owned because if you do hate it, you can
bring it back.
Yeah, or exchange it. So, it's the pre-owned buy. You know, that's what we should start rating games. Is it a pre-owned buy or is it a new game buy?
Okay. Alright. We can do that.
That's what we're going to do. So, Red Dead comes out October 26th. And make sure you have enough memory space on your hard drive for that bad boy. Especially, you know, if you're playing Black Ops. Or GTA 5 still, for that matter. Like so many people are.
Yeah, because isn't a large portion of Red Dead online?
It will be. They are going to open up an online portion of it just like GTA. So, that will definitely happen. So, yeah, that's all I got in video games. Yeah, that's it. You know what? Actually, no, I got one more thing to add. So right now, Switch Online. So I did the $7.99 for that thing for 3 months. I'm not gonna renew it. Not right now. I'm not, because I don't play my Switch enough or have a broad enough Switch library to make it worth playing. I'm not playing online with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So the few I don't know. I like playing Mario Brothers on it is a bit nerve wracking. Like Mario don't jump right, so.
So it's one of those things where it's like, just go buy the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like you try to suck us in because you're giving us classic Mario on it. Like, oh, Mario Brothers 3, you lure me in with that one, and regular Super Mario and original Super Mario Brothers is on it, and freaking Double Dragon's on it. And I was playing Double Dragon. I was like, oh my god, I played this like back in the day, and I can't believe I played it. Like, you talk about a game that's problematic. You go to that, like, you're hitting hookers and women hitting you with jump ropes. That game is crazy.
So it's your first generation GTA.
Yeah, there you go. Sure is. Oh man, that game was crazy. Just going back and revisiting it. Ghouls and Ghosts, and I remembered why that game Super Ghouls and Ghosts drove me crazy on the Super Nintendo, so it's just like, yeah. Nah, I'm not paying $3 a month to be fucking traumatized all over again. Like, I shouldn't be this angry playing games.
Honestly, that's how I feel with a bunch of the classic games. Like, they keep bringing them back to, like, because you want to play the classic games. But after playing the Super Nintendo, I could play Donkey Kong for a good 5 minutes and get mad and turn it off.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country was hard back in the day, and that shit was even worse on that classic NES. That's why, like, people are like, oh, you buying the PlayStation, the classic PlayStation? I'm like, I need to see more than 4 games. I need to see what else is on it. But I would really prefer a classic Sega Saturn. I know everybody's all excited about the possibility of the classic 64. I don't even think it's a possibility. I think Nintendo says it's going to happen. But everybody wants that. But I want a classic Sega Saturn. Like, that's what I want. But that's me.
Can't say I'm young enough to know what a Sega Saturn is, but I'm looking forward to the Sega Dreamcast.
You mean the Nintendo Dreamcast?
It's Nintendo. Okay. Yeah, Nintendo Dreamcast.
Yeah, wait, was it? Is Dreamcast Nintendo?
I feel like it's Sega. Because it had GameCube. I'm thinking Dreamcast.
GameCube was Nintendo. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it was Sega, because the only thing I ever played on it was, Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, you're right, that was. I forgot about the fucking Dreamcast. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we had one of those for a little bit.
We did. And all I played was Sonic on it. That was like one of those really good games.
You know what? I remember that Sonic game because that disc got scratched and it would always freeze in the same spot.
Mm-hmm. It's like right when you're about to fight Knuckles.
Yeah. That was, oh man, before Blu-ray discs were a thing, when games got scratched and it was a wrap. The good old days. Okay, that's really it for gaming. Okay. Let's see, comic books. So, this is gonna be really quick. Couple things still doing with comic books this week. One, I did get my hands on a copy of Batman Damned. And I'm glad I did. That was worth what I had to do to get it.
Real ominous. Hope the comic was worth it.
It was. Got Batman there. I'm glad I did because DC says if they redo another number one, that is going to be edited, which is trash. Because, yeah, it just shouldn't be. Like, y'all don't edit The Watchmen, so why are you editing Batman? But whatever. So.
Not to mention that it wasn't even that bad.
No, it really wasn't. It's like, geez, it wasn't even that much. You see more than that watching Oz.
Yeah, I was like, if anything, it was underwhelming. Like, that's not what I expected when they're like, oh no, Batman's penis is in it. I'm like, okay, alright.
For real. Shuri is coming out. Ironheart is coming out. I already got my pre-orders in for those at my local comic book store. They did not bill me for my comics for this past week that I have not picked up yet, but I just realized they did not invoice me for my books, so I need to make sure they still got them on hold because I had some good pulls this week. What's coming up? Still working through Captain America. Actually behind. I need to play catch up on Captain America. This current Captain America series, I am liking it so far.
What's the storyline on that one?
Post when Cap went bad, or they thought Captain America went bad, and was working with, my brain's starting to shut down.
Working with Hydra? Okay.
Yeah. When it came out that Captain America was, part of Hydra and this and the other, and then at the end of that it came out, and it wasn't really Captain America. It wasn't the Cap. So, this is post that. They clean up in the aftermath of all the shit that Captain America did and put people through, and now he's having to come back and regain people's trust and, fix all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, so it's so far so good. Kind of just on the offshoot of comics, and not your main stuff. So I picked up this comic called Cover. I think I mentioned it before. That first issue was, intriguing enough, so I'm like, okay, where's issue 2? And I believe issue 2 comes out this week. So I'll be picking that up. It's a monthly. Clearly a monthly, because I've been waiting for a minute now. And that one was good. This past Saturday was Walking Dead Day. So there was a bunch of blind bag Walking Dead comics put out there. I very kindly asked my local comic book shop, because I had to work Saturday morning, because of course it's Black Ops, if they could set aside 2 issues for me that I really wanted. So these blind bags, they were important issues, from The Walking Dead, the very first.
Compilation type?
No, they were regular issue comics. So you had issue 1, the first episode of issue of The Walking Dead. You had the first appearance of Michonne, Death of Glenn, first appearance of Negan, first appearance of the Governor. There were those important issues. But they were in blind bags. And in those blind bags, you have the opportunity to get special variant covers or original prints. Original first runs on those covers.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how much were those going for?
They were regular price, $3.99.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Just imagine getting a first edition copy of a comic book. $3.99.
Hello. For real. So, I really wanted Death of Glenn and first appearance of Michonne were the 2 I really wanted. So, we'll see what happens. When I messaged them, they messaged me back. They're like, oh, we got some more in today. So, I was like, yay. Does that mean you're holding them? They didn't respond. So, are they in the bin with the rest of my comics? But, so there's that. Okay. Moving on and coming to the last portion of this episode. So, after our last episode, we touched on a little bit about X-Men in the MCU. And how everyone's all excited for it. And what's gonna happen. So, what do you want to see happen? Well, okay. So, has there been any other MCU announcements? I mean, we got a bigger trailer for
the X-Men Dark Phoenix.
I still have not watched it. I'm not going to watch it either. I might hate watch it. I'm trying not to hate watch things. I'm trying to bring negativity into my life. But I'll hate watch it after this.
I'm hoping it's good, honestly, because the Dark Phoenix, that's one of my favorite X-Men, like, stories. Because, like, when they did it with the X-Men Last Stand, like, I loved it. Just because I love that story, like, the Jean Grey's, like, whole backstory.
But we love Famke Jensen.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that just reminded me of a whole nother topic. Totally offshoot, but we'll address it after. We might have to just address that offline because like I said, I didn't want to, bring negativity into the podcast, but it's super gossipy and I really don't have anything nice to say. So we might have to discuss that one-on-one after the show. Oh yeah, it's super gossipy. Anyway, so yeah, we like Famke Jensen. That's why I don't like this young cat. I'm not a fan of the young X-Men. I'm over it already. Like, it was supposed to be a flashback movie and it's turned into a series of movies.
Series, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, no, we don't want all of this. So, yeah, I'm over it. I'm ready for this to end already and to get a grown-up X-Men again. I want some adulting going on with the X-Men. So, they're just like Deadpool. Like, that's like, no, we need grown-ups playing those parts. So.
Yeah, I could see that. And in a way, I wish that they could do movies like, they could have this X-Men still going with the young X-Men and also have an older X-Men. Because I like the cast that they have for the younger X-Men, but just not the writing.
Who you like?
I like Sophie Turner as Jean Grey.
Okay. Who else?
I like Nightcrawler.
Okay. Tell me more.
I've just never been a Cyclops fan, so regardless of who they have, even though I did my fan pick for Cyclops.
Who was your pick for Cyclops?
I want Henry Cavill to do Cyclops.
Oh. See,
I could see him as Cyclops.
I could see that, but I cast Henry Cavill as my Reed Richards.
I don't know. He's just not skinny enough.
Take it back. No, I said, what's his name? Brian Krasinski to be Reed Richards.
Brian Krasinski. I need a movie to match the name.
That silent movie.
The silent movie?
Is it? Or John Krasinski. John Krasinski. Brian, I got Brian from. John Krasinski. The one who wrote and directed,
the one, I know what you're talking about. The one, it's The Quiet Place.
The Quiet Place, yeah, him.
Okay, yeah, I can see him as Reed Richards.
Yeah.
No. Okay, we're not even going to get off topic. Because we're doing our X-Men. No, Reed Richards, I could see him as the dude that they have playing grown-up Eddie for the It movie. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But I could see him playing Reed Richards. He was also in Sinister. I don't know if you've seen Sinister. But he played the main detective that was helping Ethan Hawke.
I'm Googling it to cast. Is it the one who's playing Richie?
Yeah, I believe so. No, if it's not Richie, then it's Eddie. No, I said Eddie.
Oh, you did say Eddie. I just heard what I wanted to hear. Oh, yeah. I concur. I could see him playing Reed.
Yeah, so we just need a skinny nerdy dude.
That is semi-attractive. Because Reed Richards did have, like, that manly kind of thing going on. Even though I couldn't stand him, but,
Like gray hair Reed Richards? Or like when he's getting the little Doctor Strange thing going on?
Yeah.
Or like the gray on the side?
Yeah, so Reed needs to be a little handsome. So, but I would take him. I would take that dude. So, yeah, but the rest of the X-Men casting sucks. Let's be real. I'm not feeling it. I think we can go ahead and bring back the old cast. Like, we can bring back the old cast. I think they'll just recast them. But, I mean, with the exception of Halle Berry, like, Storm just needs to be
redone completely.
Redone, yes. Completely. I've already put out there who I think is good for Storm. The young lady from American Gods. She could play her. Tika Sumpter.
I agree with Tika Sumpter. I could see her as a good Storm, grown up Storm. But other than that, I just haven't seen many actresses now that I feel would fit my image of Storm, or like the true image of Storm, should I say?
I'm pretty sure Letitia Wright, Denai Guerrero got some friends. Like,
we could take one to Dora Milaje.
Yeah, so one of them Doras can just play. Like,
we could do an American Horror Story. We could do Denai Guerrero as a Storm too.
Yeah, why not? Like,
if Sarah Paulson can play 5 characters in one season, she can do 2 characters in one movie.
One movie. See, like, not even, like, they're different movies. They may not even, I mean, if they didn't get crisscrossed, then we wouldn't even notice.
No, I feel like that whole punchline, they just be waiting for Storm to throw off a wig. Like,
yeah. And do we want Mohawk Storm or do we want long hair Storm?
I want Mohawk Storm.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Even though I feel like then they'd have to be in the storyline of, Back to the Future when they went, or Back to the Past, or no, Future. They went to the future, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting that was like such a, in the cartoon, but comic book, obviously, that's been a longer, drawn out thing. I don't like to see original Storm, like regular Storm with the white X-Men suit. Like, that's what I want. I'm cool with that. But we got too many African women out here that is talented, whether or not they African and living in England or not. There's just too many of them out here that is classically trained theater performers, actresses who can play that part, so we don't have to keep this falling back on
light skin Storm.
You said it.
From the light skin delegation, we don't want light skin Storm.
Yeah. There you go. So, yeah. Who else? Who do we want? I don't want young Rogue. Like,
I was thinking Jessica Chastain as Rogue.
Jessica Chastain for Rogue. You're not getting Jessica Chastain in a Marvel movie.
I know. Fan cast.
That's not happening. Jessica Chastain is not about to put her life all over Marvel. I don't think that happening. You maybe could get away with Bryce Dallas Howard. Like, you just want a redhead. I could take that. I mean, she'd have to really practice that Cajun accent, but would I accept that? I'm really trying to think about that right now. Would I take Bryce Dallas Howard as Rogue?
That's the one from Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
No, she doesn't have the face, like the seriousness for Rogue.
I'm saying no. I think she could pull it off. That might be our Rogue. That might be the Rogue we're getting.
You gotta imagine them as blonde, though. Wait, no, she only had that one streak of blonde in her hair.
Yeah, no. So we need somebody who could roll with the ginger. There's so many talented gingers out there. They can find one. Who? Okay, yeah. I don't want a young Rogue. I want an adult Rogue because I want an adult Gambit, not played by
Channing Tatum. He needs to let it go.
We don't get everything we want in life. Yo, that's an example. His white privilege has been shut down. I'm starting to wonder if he's half black. They have told that man, no, you're not getting this movie done. Like, it's not happening. You would think he would have been able to get this, like, going. And he's watching Dead happen. It's like, I can do that. No. You can't. You can't do these things, Nemo.
I was just about to say that. Like, you can't do these things. Let it go. You're not getting the role. Stop showing up to the casting calls.
With your own script. Oh, that's so fucked up. Oh, man. Okay. So, yeah, I want a grown-up cast. I want a grown-up X-Men. But, so one theory I heard was the possibility of the X-Men just doing a mutant universe.
Okay. I would be fine with that. Like, I don't feel like X-Men has to tie into the MCU. For the fact that I don't want them to be overshadowed. Or not, more or less, I don't want them, like, to just be thrown in there. Yeah. And it's like, you don't have as much screen time for each. And it's like, I feel like they deserve, at this point, their own story.
Yeah. And if we do a mutant universe, can we get mutants and Inhumans? Can we do that together?
That'd be a good idea. Well, didn't they already announce that the Inhumans, though, from Marvel? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, they could do that. It hasn't been announced that it's going to cross it yet.
Yeah, no, that TV show. I don't even know if that TV show, if it was said whether or not it's getting canceled or renewed or not, but I don't know. You cut Medusa's hair off from the gate, and I wasn't feeling it. That to me killed the show, because like people who don't know who the Inhumans are, you can't cripple the most the most powerful woman, the main character, like out the gate. You crippled her. So people just who don't know think she's this weak thing, which is far from the fucking truth. And they did that shit all wrong. Like, I'm so upset. I was rooting for you.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching it after I saw the photos of the set. I was like, nah.
That was so damn upsetting. But yeah, so we will just see what happens with that. But I think that's it for our show, or this episode. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back next week, with more takes from some things going on and unfolding as we speak. So yeah, we'll come back and see us next week. If you want to follow us find us Instagram at House of Blurs, Twitter House of Blurs, Facebook House of Blurs. You can donate to our Patreon. There is a link for that on houseofblurs.com. You can donate as little as $1 a month. Help us fund this thing. Keep this thing rolling. 'Cause it ain't free. But we enjoy doing this. We enjoy bringing it to you. So if you like what you hear, hey, donate $1. If everyone who listens just donate $1 a month, that would be awesome. And we would be grateful. If you don't want a monthly commitment, you can donate to our PayPal, which is House of Blurs. We keep it super fucking simple for you. So you can find us and make sure it is us. So drop a one-time donation. Any donations and comments made with those donations will be read out on an episode of the podcast. So yeah, until next week, be good to each other and take care of yourselves.